to this month's J&J Photo Art Marketing Cafe. I'm Joanne and Jessica Leffins on the line there too. How you doing, Jess?
Good. How you doing?
All right, doing good. Excited about get another art marketing cafe on the books with all of you. We really enjoy pulling these together. It's a great educational experience for myself, for Jessica, and hopefully for you guys. I would suggest if you have a chance to grab a pad and a pencil or paper, pen, whatever, just to take some notes along the way. We don't get all that deep, but if you have any questions that pop up, it's a good chance to have that piece of paper nearby just so you could jot it down, because at the end, when Jessica and I are finished doing our presentation, we will open the floor for a Q&A, which always seems to be rather vibrant.
And Joanne, anyone can also add their questions in the chat. So if you wanted to, you could type it on up and then we'll be able to review it as well in order.
Yeah, that's a great, yeah, we love doing that too. It makes life a lot easier. All right, so today we're going to talk about referrals, getting your referrals supercharged, if you will. So it's really not a secret that referrals for new business in any business is a word of mouth thing. And it's a very effective way to bring new customers in while you're simultaneously strengthening relationships with your existing customers. So even though it's an extremely powerful and virtually free way of bringing in new business, very few artists ask their base sphere of influence to refer business to them. It can feel a little daunting at times. Just, you know, we're artists. We're not built, if you will, to be in the business mode. Okay, we love creating. We love to just share our art. But at the end of the day, we also want to be able to get those kudos coming back to us. So asking for that referral sometimes gets a little bit overlooked. So I want you to consider this. If you get just one referral from each one of your past customers or a friend or a family member, what would that do for your customer base? It's a simple question, but it's also a very powerful question. What would that mean for your art sales? And how many more homes and offices would your art be permanently displayed in? So just think about that. If you were to sit down and make a list of any purchases that have already come through you or through Photo Art Pavilion, you have that contact information. If you would go back and ask them for referral, I bet you can increase double the size of your customer base. So maximize your word of mouth for your art business. Think it's a good idea? I think it's a good idea. So let's get down to a couple of steps. So really appreciate your clients. Okay, step number one, appreciate your clients and let them know consistently that you value them. So this is very important, yet often overlooked again, the element of bringing in new connections. Many businesses focus more on profits than on people. When you focus on profits alone, you can really have a detrimental effect on your success. And word of mouth success comes from looking beyond just your profits. So from an action point of view, at least once a month, take the time to communicate to your connections and show them how you appreciate them. Just show them you appreciate them. Just tell them. Send them something of value, something unexpected, maybe a special piece of news about you or your art. Make it something relevant to them and to you, and to try and do it regularly. Now, again, we've got to stay in this creative mode. So doing these things when it comes to referrals, you also have to be creative in your approach on how you're going to work your client base, your friends, and your family. So take the time, sit back, figure out once a month, maybe put it on your calendar. I always love to say to folks, do that. Put things on your calendar and let it repeat in your calendar on a monthly basis. Maybe the third Tuesday of every month, you send out some kind of a note or some kind of a social media post that is an appreciation post for your existing client base and those people that are following you in your journey with your art. Okay, so that's item number one. Number two, create an exceptional experience each time a customer deals with you. So if you can make doing business with an exceptional experience, doing business with you an exceptional experience, your customers will want to tell a lot of people. People want amazing experiences. Think of yourself, even something as simple as going out for dinner. Sometimes, you know, you want that amazing experience. You want good service. You want a personal service, personalized service. You want an amazing product or food in return. So, what can you do to add a little, something little that makes working with you an exceptional experience? Again, we've got to be a little bit creative. So, one thing that's kind of easy is to offer a free art consultation, perhaps, to your existing customers or somebody who's interested in your art. You know, just like an interior designer, your art is destined to become a part of someone's home permanently. So if you can go and visit the customer before they make the buy, terrific. You can discuss different options with them. If you cannot meet with them before the buy, make sure that you send a great thank you note and even a coupon for their next purchase once they've completed that first purchase. So in other words, if we have sales that are coming off of, let's say, an art gallery or an art display that we have in a local area. Sorry? Oh, I thought I heard somebody ask a question. So if you have an art sale where you're fully engaged directly with the customer and you have an opportunity to get face to face with them in their home or in their office, and you can then start to give them that free art consultation in the beginning of the transaction, that's a great way of giving them that quote unquote exceptional experience. But if they're coming through e-commerce like we do with Photo Art Pavilion, you don't have that opportunity up front, but you do have that opportunity on the back end. So once that purchase comes through, make sure you have your standard thank you note and also perhaps a coupon, because people that come in and buy your artwork the first time will most likely come back 2 and 3 times. So don't always look at the art sale as a one-off. All right, make sure you stay engaged with that customer. And again, let's go back to some of the art cafes that we've done in the past. If you have art buyers' emails, get that email list going. It's a great way to stay in touch directly. It's not a social media blast. It's a direct inbox discussion with people that already know who you are and have done business with you or are looking to do business with you. So don't forget those email lists. All right, item number 3, give your customers incentives for giving you referrals. All right, so this is a tough one. If you're being passive about referrals, which most of us are, again, it's not our nature to be all asky, if you will, then you're pretty much sitting on a gold mine if you're being passive. Come up with ways of rewarding your clients for referring you new business. Perhaps, here's an odd one. I mean, I came up with this one when I was writing this cafe, but make a deal. Here's an idea: make a deal with a local coffee shop. So offer perhaps to hang some of your art in the coffee shop for free in exchange for some coupons for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So by distributing the coupons to your customers who refer you a friend, then you're also bringing customers into the coffee shop, and when they get into the coffee shop, they see your artwork on the wall. So it becomes this win-win thing. So if you can try to build out some kind of a relationship that has a referral component to it, that creates the win-win for everybody. So no matter what you choose, the key is making sure that whatever you choose to offer is something that your client will really be attracted to, or would be memorable to them as well, knowing that incentive came from you and that they're going to act upon it. All right. And again, this is something that maybe you're going to do this, I wouldn't say on a month-to-month basis, but again, as you're building your relationships in your community around you, or you're building the community online, you can start to throw some incentives out there. I mean, I've seen some art photographers that are offering straight up Amazon gift cards to people that act on bringing them in referrals. So it's all within your design, what it is that you want to do to incentivize your referral base. Okay, so don't think that there's a right way or a wrong way. I'm just giving you some examples. All right, number 4, make it easy for customers to give you referrals. So this one's a little bit tricky, but it maybe requires a little bit of deep thought, if you will. But if you want to get a lot of referrals, you have to make it incredibly easy for your customers to tell their friends. Don't expect them to go out of their way to help you grow your business. You have to make it simple as possible. So one of the things that you can do is create what I call a referral package that you can send to or talk about with your customers. So it can be a little tricky, but it's just another tool in the toolbox for growing your customer base. A referral package can be something as simple as asking customers to take an image of their new art hanging on their walls and posting it to social media while referring their friends and families that are looking at their social media to jump over to your social media page or your business page on Photo Art Pavilion. So it's a little tricky, but I've done it in the past where I've gone out and I've asked people that have purchased from me to take that shot. Sometimes the photos aren't great. You have to be ready for that, but if they're going to take a photograph of themselves with your artwork hanging on their wall, that's a great way to bring that into social media and to bring a referral back into you. You can create a little bit more of a defined package, which could be something that you could shoot out in an email. Uh, Professionally design it. We've talked about using Canva and other tools to help you have a really sharp look to your communication via email, via social media. But have that email or that social media post really explaining why referrals are important to you. And perhaps you can have a series of, in an email, especially um, links over to your website, all of these different ways where they can easily share your information with their friends and family and bringing those click-throughs back to you. But make sure to present everything as professionally as you can, because as the more professional your approach is with a potential buyer or someone that you want to refer business to you, that then you're really putting forward a perceived value for yourself. Okay, by putting your best foot forward with new potential clients, you really have to really show them. You got to give them a little glitz, a little glamour around your art, because after all, it's a lifetime purchase. Art pieces, right? It's something that people buy and they put on their wall, and it's on their wall for their lifetime. So you really want to make sure you put your best foot behind, in front of and behind what you're offering. All right. So when is the best time to ask for a referral? Well, every time is the best time to ask for a referral. Anytime. If you have followed the steps above that I just talked to you about, you've let your clients know that you've appreciated them, you have consistently given them an exceptional experience, you've provided them with enticing incentives to share your message with friends, and you've made it incredibly easy for them to do so. At this point, you should not only be able to ask your clients for referrals at any time, but you should also receive very positive results from them as well. So here's the key: do something now. Okay. I know this is a fresh new topic. It's something that's probably very foreign to all of you. But when I started to delve into it, it was foreign to me as well. But I'm putting it into my steps of recruiting for new business. We are coming into the hottest selling season of the year. It happens every year. It should be no surprise. October 1 to December 31, the biggest selling season for art, for e-commerce especially. So do something now. Go ahead and work on your email, draft up an email, send that offer out to your clients, letting them know how you value them, how you enjoy working with them in the past. Include something that's going to be helpful for them, something of value for their lives. And then over the next 4 to 6 weeks, develop your referral package and start to use it. If your client base is small, just be creative. I mean, you could have one person in your client base, but if you double your client base by asking for the referral, now you went from 1 to 2. That's 100% increase. You could do that every month. you could go out and increase your client base by 100% every month by doing things like what I've just said. So try very hard to try to take yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to take action in order to do so. We've had many subjects where we've gone through discussing ways to increase art sales online, but it always, always, always starts with you. We've built an amazing platform for you. Photoartpavilion.com. We're loving it. We're getting great feedback on it. And we've always making updates and upgrades to that platform. So the best part about it is I'm going to turn it over to Jess in a little bit. She's going to share her screen. We have more upgrades for you guys to look at and to utilize to create that long-term sticky feeling that's on your storefront. But when we run into these topics, they're new, they're foreign, there's something you're not familiar with, just try. Just go out there and try it. You're the best voice for your art. You're the best voice for your photography. You're the best voice to drive people over to your storefront. We have the platform there, but you also have the platform for yourself. And we really would love to see you guys just utilize it, drive. So what Jessica's going to do is she is going to, I have to turn her into what do I turn you into, Jessica?
Hey, I think you switched me over to host, and then I'm able to share my screen with everyone.
I always do this right more, Jessica. Make Jessica host.
I don't know how many times we do this.
I know. I always try to go down on the bottom, but it's off on the side. So Jessica's going to show you guys the new items that we have available for you to use to make your storefront that much more exciting for yourself and for your art buyers and collectors. And then I see we already have some questions coming into the chat, so we'll get to those right after Jess is done sharing her screen.
Excellent. All right. Hi, everyone. Let me take you into my account. I'll share my screen, but I'm going to jump into the image upload area. So I'm right now in my account and I'm in my reviewed artwork. And I want to show you a quick way to be able to review some information on your images and to make quick edits. So on here, there's now the checkbox. So you can come into your account, view your images, click on the checkbox, and then hit down here. The blue line will pop up when you hit more than one image, so 2 and above. And you can go and click on the edit icon. And now we have the ability to do bulk uploads. So this doesn't show all the windows, but it shows, at least for us, the important windows to adjust. So you can always
bulk edits, just not bulk uploads.
I'm sorry, bulk edits. Sorry. So you're able to go in, update a title. You're able to go ahead and either update or revamp your description for the image, review categories. I know every so often we are adding new categories, so perhaps some of the images are able to fit into different categories, always based on the main subject. And then keywords, you can always go in and add and adjust your keywords. And from there, you're able to figure out premium pricing. And again, this is set up on a percentage basis. So this also works for your uploaded images. Oops, sorry, I keep clicking on the wrong one. So pending images. So these images I've already uploaded, and I'm just going to click on 3 of them here, and I'll show you from there. Oh, I'm sorry. Now my window is showing. Okay. Just had to move Zoom. All right. So now here we have 3 new images that have yet to be titled and detailed, basically. So now you're able to do the majority of the work in this bulk edit window. However, I'm going to highly suggest that you have to go, once you make these changes, you hit save. So you can go in here, you can type as you want. You're able to add your categories. You're able to add your keywords. Always do keyword and a comma, and that brings it into the next window. And then premium pricing. However, you still need to go into each image and actually still do your date, your location, and the ratio. So that's a big thing. However, you're able to do a lot of the bulk work and, you know, the heavy work, I should say, on these images in this bulk edit area. So now, I'm sorry, I'm still maneuvering Zoom. All right, and now number 2, the second feature we want to show you is here up in your Photo Art Pavilion storefront dashboard here, you're able to see that we've have the blog, which I know we've talked about before. So you're able to create a new post. I can show you just quickly, not a pretty post, but just to show you, sorry, there we go. So I added an image. I'm just wanting to show some details. So right now, our blogs, so your personal storefront blogs that you're writing for enhancing your art, is actually being shown in our main blog area as well. So I'm going to open this up in a new window just to show you. So here in our In Focus blog, basically every Photo Art Pavilion photographer that has a storefront with us, and you build a blog post, you're actually adding to the value of the site. And not only that, but your blog post shows up in two spots. So the main area and your storefront. So as you can see, we have some great posts by some of our fellow artists. I do want to show you, so here's one of ours for Photo Art Pavilion, one that we've created. And I just want to show you some of the things that we do with our blog posts. So obviously, you know, an image, this one has a video inserted into it, but we actually add a signature. So this is able to help connect whoever's reading this post to be able to expand where else they want to go next. Now, as an artist doing a blog post, let me go back and show you, let's see. Here's one done by Joanne. So I'm going to click on that. Now in Joanne's post, you can see she has her signature on here. You know, it's her work on her image, and she actually has links to view a specific image and also a specific category. So I'm always going to suggest that when you make your blog posts, always add links to you know, your storefront, your specific category you're featuring in the blog post, a specific image you're talking about. And this way it helps the viewer either on the main blog area or the blog area in your storefront to connect that specific piece, that specific area within your storefront. Also, Joanne has her name. Her name is hot and it goes to her storefront. So we'll click on that so you can see. And this way it kind of gives a nice little loop for whoever is viewing your blog post. So let me go back. I'm going to say in here, you know, I'm just going to do simple, love working in, we'll just say in black and white. Black and white tones with my art prints. Now, this is obviously super rough. So I'm going to make my name highlighted. So I want to be able to show you how to add the links. I'm going to, you know what, I have this other window open. I'm just gonna click on my account and, you know, just wanted to do a quick demo. Why can't I, where am I? To be able to show you guys how to implement a link. So here is my storefront. I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to go back in the other window where I was working. And then from here, I'm going to add this little, click on the link icon. Oop, my thing just jumped. That's interesting. Joanne, do you have an idea why that did that? There's nothing like live.
I don't, but I don't know.
Interesting. All right, I don't know, perhaps because I copied it, it might just be based on my internet browser. Being that I had that copied, it might have just automatically implemented that, which is fine. So from there, I also have the words in here, black and white. Oh, we're getting black and white tones. So black and white, let's make that hot. I'm gonna go back into my account and here is my black and white category. And now I'm gonna copy this URL and I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm gonna say insert a link. And that most likely just, oh,
yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking it up easily.
It's which not.
I was working great for us just before.
I know. You know what? It just might be my settings on my account. But anyway, you guys are able to see that when you click on the link here, a window will pop up. You put in your URL, and from there you hit save, and then that link will now be highlighted. Now you can also add other design features where you're going to hit bold. You can also italicize if you want. And this just helps to give a little bit more style to your words and help those words stand out, or those phrases stand out to your art buyers or art collectors that are viewing your account. Once you do all that, you can hit save. And then from there, your blog post.
You need to title it.
Oh, I do need to title it. I'm sorry. We're just going to copy this. So super rough, just to show you guys the ability that is here. You're able to go in as detailed as you want within your blog post. You're able to show whatever it is you're doing. You know, focus on a location. You can focus on a category. You can focus on a single image. Talk about maybe your top 5 images you love. There's so much opportunity here to be able to do a blog post. And remember, blog posts are a little bit stickier than a social media post. Blog posts last forever, where social media lasts for a matter of seconds. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to stop the share feature. And I guess let's at this point open up to any questions, anything that is on your mind.
I just want to add one thing to what you said, Jessica, with the blogs.
Yeah.
Just like the images that artists post, that we will curate them. So they will, you know, they're not going to post instantly to your blog, your feed, your page. But once we go through and we do a little quick review of the post, we just want to make sure that we're not getting stuff up there that's not going to be helpful to the collective audience of art buyers and art sellers. So it takes us literally a few minutes each day to go through all the blog posts that come in, and we approve everything. Unless there's something wrong, then we'll email you and let you know. Okay.
All right. So questions. Let's see. Sharon has here. What about asking for referrals, maybe via email to friends and others you know who are not previous buyers, customers, but could be willing to spread the word? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That's what social media networking is all about. You have your 3 apps, so family, friends, and fans. So you can always offer the opportunity to talk about, you know, perhaps you're giving away free print in the hopes of people sharing your storefront with others through social media. And, you know, just make sure that they tag you so you can see that progress and see who's actually doing that.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, again, one of the parts of my presentation was, when is a good time to ask for a referral? It's always a good time. So, you know, if you have folks out there that know you personally, that know that that's what you're doing, is that you're selling your art, then absolutely ask them to refer you. It's perfectly okay.
All right. Second one is, once reviewed, does the blog show up in both places? Yes. So the blog posts are going to show up in your storefront, and then they will also be displayed in the main blog area of Photo Art Pavilion. So you have a double viewability with your blog posts.
Yeah, I absolutely love that, actually, that feature. And it was, you know, again, I'm going to give kudos to our developers, because I did not expect that. And I had made a blog post as a test for them. And when I saw it in both places, I was like, oh, that's brilliant.
It is.
Because people, you know, when folks come to visit the website, there's only a few buttons up top, right? So if they hit on that blog, they're going to be able to run into you and your art. That's why those hot links are going to be so important. If they're reading something that you wrote that's interesting to them, and within the body of that blog post, there are links over to your storefront. Awesome for you. Just a great way to turn these people in, you know, from, you know, shoppers into buyers for yourself.
Definitely. And I wanted to add in too. So with our social media platform that we utilize, well, the what is it? The publisher that we use. We're able to now have these blog posts feed into that, and then we're able to review. And as long as they're personalized and well done, we'll add them to our feeds. And that's a whole nother way that you guys can implement your marketing, but also will, you know, help share it on the overall community platform. So a lot of great expansion with that opportunity.
Yeah, that's really great. Yeah, we've jumped over to we jumped away from Hootsuite, and we're now with a service called Edgar.
Meet Edgar, yeah.
Meet Edgar, and we like it a little bit better. It's a little bit more little bit more of a learning curve for us, but we're starting to really enjoy it. I think it's really helping us with our social media and our outreach.
Yeah, it's a great tool. It definitely gives you a little bit more freedom when it comes to constantly being able to have quality posts going out. So I think it's a great resource to utilize.
Yeah, fantastic. Um, all right, so I think we've kind of wrapped up our discussion for today, unless we have any other. Can the post be shared to social media? Yes,
Yes.
yes, it
Yeah.
can.
I have questions.
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
I have questions.
Sure. Let's hear those questions, Xavier. How are you?
All right, yourselves.
Good, thank you.
Uh, how about analytics? Is there a plan to put analytics on, for us to see if how many visits do we have, which photos are attracting the most views?
Yes, Jessica, I know we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
It really I think you have to provide us with your Google analytic account / codes, and we bury it in for you. I mean, we
Oh,
did.
and then so I would have to use Google's analytic tools.
Right. I mean, we have general analytics on the website, but for us to
Mhm.
break it down and have that feed into your storefront or
Mhm.
your business panel has been very complicated for us to get to that. So what we've had other artists do is they have their own Google Analytics set up, and we've taken
Mhm.
their coding and they're using those analytics for their marketing purposes beyond what they're doing with Photo Art Pavilion, and we then take that coding and we bury it into your storefront.
Okay.
So that
Second one.
allows, yeah, that will allow you to see the amount of foot traffic coming to your storefront. So if you're running a
Okay.
marketing post, you're doing whatever with your marketing budget,
Mhm.
you're able to then see what's working, what's not working.
Right. How about when I copy the link to my site, to my storefront, it displays all the photographs in a non-categorized way. But if I click view my storefront, within the admin tools, it takes me to a page where my photographs are categorized.
So is that a saved link that you're clicking onto that
I'm
shows?
using the one that says Photo Art Pavilion artist Xavier Yanville.
Right.
Right. So that's if I click, let
So
me see, if
I can
go
answer
ahead.
that, Xavier. So if you go to that page,
Mm-hmm.
which is the one that's all the collections,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you click on all images or all, you're going to get a
Mm-hmm.
different link up in the top URL.
Mm.
Okay, so let me see if I can grab that for you. Where's my browser?
Well,
Um,
let me describe to you. The process I follow is view my storefront, right? And it says Photo Art Pavilion. The URL is Photo Art Pavilion artist Xavier Yanville. So if I copy that and I paste it on a new window, oh, now it's taking me to collections. Oops, never
no,
mind.
collections is the main
That's the
link that
default.
you will see.
Yeah,
So
but it wasn't showing before. It was defaulting me on a
So
page with all the photographs.
yeah, that might just be based on your browser. So sometimes things get cached in a browser and it might just be old info that was saved, but then your router refreshes and so on. So it could have just been something like that. But the default setup is when someone is directed to your storefront, they're going to see the collections already set up.
Okay,
yeah,
the last question is,
look in the chat room, Xavier. So I just showed you the two different links. One goes right to your collections page, and the other one goes to all.
okay. Good to
Okay, so
know.
those two different links are still you, but
Uh-huh.
two different ways of viewing your artwork.
No, I love landing on the collections. Makes more sense to me.
Good.
The last question I had was, how I don't know what the limiting factor is behind having only certain sizes. Like 1.25 by 1 and 2 by 3 and 9/16. Is there any chance? Is it possible to have non-standard ratios?
I would
Like,
say no, because it's difficult from a production point of view. Right now,
okay,
we're working with standard sizes that are standard to print and framing producers in the marketplace.
okay.
If But understand this: when we have buyers that come through, collectors that come through and want something that's non-standard, then we will call you, us, and we work, and the buyer, and we work it through. So if, let's say, they want that odd size or a different ratio in the print, we have to bring you in, because you will have to go through the process of doing whatever cropping, or we don't want to touch your files in any way. So if a customer comes through and wants something customized, we bring you into the mix. We talk to you about it. We work with the buyer, and we'll get it done. We have to provide a separate purchase opportunity for them to get through the process. But right now, the standard sizes, standard production is best for everybody involved. It just makes the process so much easier.
All right, that's it. No more questions. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah, so no more questions. I think this is perfect. I mean, we've been trying for so long, since we started doing these art cafes, to keep these meetings to 30 minutes.
So close today.
We're getting there, because we know everybody's got stuff to do, like marketing and stuff.
Blame it on me. I think you were on time, except
It's
for me.
okay. But look, we're always happy to have all of you with us. And again, any questions, if you didn't get to them today in this meeting, feel free to email Jessica and I on the side after the meeting, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. Give us a call, send us an email, whatever. We're always available for you. Okay. All right. So until next month, we're going to come up with a real exciting topic, and it's going to have to do with the art selling season, October, November, December. Be ready. It's
The time is now. Yeah, the time is now.
Make sure your art portfolios are up to date, your keywords, your social media, get your calendars set up so that you're touching and pushing your art out there into the world. Okay.
Well said.
All right. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.